Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss further on lists. In the present Excel sheet, if you see, there are two tables. One is pertaining to 2005 sales data and another table is 2006 sales table. In future, you can have more sales tables for say 2007, 8, so on and so forth. But at present, I am having two tables present in this sheet. What I want to achieve here is that I want to combine both the tables, and in future, if new tables are getting added, those should also get combined. And there can be a case like the tables may have different column names. Maybe in the future, new column names are coming, which are not there in the old year's data, or a column is getting deleted also. So how to achieve this kind of automation using M code? So today we will learn that. So let's get started. So I am launching the Power Query user interface. So for that, you have to click Alt F12. Now we are in the Power Query user interface. The first thing which I need to do is to bring the two tables in my Power Query user interface. For that, I am creating a blank query. For that, you will have to right click in the left panel of the queries. The navigation is new queries, other sources, blank query. By default, system names it as query 1. To bring the tables present in your Excel workbook, the function provided by Power Query is excel.currentWorkbook. And in the parenthesis, no parameters will come. And it will give you all the tables present in your present Excel workbook. So as you have seen, we were having 2005 and the 2006 tables present in our two different sheets. And if you click on the table, you will be in a position to preview the table data. Now, what we are trying to achieve is to combine both the tables. Plus, also I want to know this table is coming from which particular, what is the table name or what is the source of that table. So if I will have to use the user interface, if you click on this button, the system gives you a functionality where you can expand all the columns of both the tables, and I don't want to use original column name as prefix. And if you click OK, what you get is the combined table. Along with that, if you observe, you will get the table name also, that these two tables are coming from which particular table names. But the problem with this function is that it is hard coding your column names. Let's understand this particular function. So I am copying this function and pasting into the notepad. So now let us understand what Power Query user interface has written the function. So it has written Table.expand So it is trying to expand the columns of the table. So it is asking, okay, which table your tables are present. So my tables were present in the source table. Then it is asking, okay, the tables are present in which column? So content was the column in which the tables were present. And then what it is doing, I selected, I want to expand all the columns of these particular tables. So it is expanding the date, sales rep, customer, sales, profit, and region columns of both the tables. But if you observe, these column names are coming in a list structure because they are in the curly braces. The only one thing which is not clear to us is what is this column names which are again repeating and why are they repeating? So if you go and check the expanded the Table.expandTableColumn function, and if I remove this comma and again reopen, it is telling me that if you want to rename your column names after expansion, you give me the renamed column names in a list structure. So say if I want to rename date, but not as date, but as date time, and come outside, see it is renaming our after expansion, the column name is date time. But it is not a mandatory parameter, so I can delete it also. So for the time being, we will understand how to automate this particular thing. See, the problem with this Power Query uh, function which user interface has written for us, tomorrow, if these columns, any column is getting added, a new column is getting added, or an existing column is getting deleted, or is getting renamed, your Power Query may break. But we don't want to have that kind of situation. So we will understand now how to solve this problem using M code. So again, I am creating a new query. Other sources a blank query, and I will bring both the tables in my Power Query user interface. Now for combining, for you have already seen that if I will have to expand both the tables, I need the names of the columns of both the tables, but in a list structure. So for that, what I can do, I can combine both the tables and take out the header names, and then I can use that particular list in the Table.expandTableColumn function. So for that, there is a function provided by Power Query which is Table.combine. But if you see, it is asking me give me all the tables which you want to combine, but that table should be in a list structure. So you know that if I give a table name and the name of the column in square brackets, what I get is the column details in a list structure. So if you see the source table, so if I source is the table, and if I give the source table and then in the square bracket content, this tables will come in a list structure. So this is the thing which I have got. Now I can use this particular input in my table dot combine. Now I got the combined table, but mind you, here I have not got the sheet name, or I have not got the table name. Like in this case, after expansion, I got the table name also. So I'm able to come to know this particular data is coming from which table name. So Table.combine and Table.expandTableColumn is different in this context. So I have just combined the tables to have the column names. So Table.columnNames. If I open this parenthesis, it is asking me give me a table. So yes, I have a table. So this particular function is giving me a table, and if I click outside, I am getting the headers of both the tables in a list structure. Column name all list. I have renamed the step name, and now I can type Table.expandTableColumn, and if I open the parenthesis, it is asking me give me the table. So I want to expand the source table, and it is asking your tables are in which column. My tables are in the content column, and it is asking me give me the column names which you want to expand. Yes, I have the column names for which I have created a list column name all list. And now you see you have your expanded table along with the table name, and I can rename this as final table. That's amazing. Thanks for watching.